girls in the house. All right, Tapngrl, tapping into you. I am your host, Tapngrl, Colette. You can call me Queen, Princess, Colette.
Mama C.
Mama C. Okay, first thing I want to do right out of the gate, okay? I want to thank my sponsors. That is Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophy, Jim Wofford, who makes sure, I just told him before we started here, I said, this is so amazing what you allow us to do here. I'm going to cry. He goes, go ahead. So, he's used to me, so he just gives it right back. He's not scared of me. All right, so it is through the generosity of Jim Wofford and those businesses that we are pounds in a 5-pound bag. All right. Uh-oh, he didn't reset my timer. Looks like I get to go for an hour. Woo-hoo. Just kidding. Okay, so I got Melissa back.
Hello.
Yay. I thought we were going to have Addie here, her daughter, who is just, we call her Addie Love, right?
Yes.
And one of these days, we're going to get her in here and Truly and some other kids, and we're going to do some tapping with children so we can show you guys that when you start doing this with the little ones and they're changing their emotional response early, it's crazy good. All right? All right. So today we're going to be talking about parenting and balance and stress and all those things, all right, which... I got to tell you this, and I've had this vision in my mind the last how many times that we've been here, and also when I do my lives. You know how the Simpsons start where everybody runs in the room and they throw themselves in the couch? It's like, that's me. Okay, now, I'm sure you're all shocked right now, right? Okay, very. No, that is so me. We run in here 10 minutes before we start, and part of that is we like the spontaneity, the organicness, if you will. You know, I used to wonder what the heck people meant when they said that. Now I know that means it. I was like, oh, yeah, that was so organic. Okay, well, I had no freaking idea what anybody was talking about. So, what I want to do is I want to introduce Melissa. Yay! And she's going to tell you about her for a minute. I'm going to go share this on other pages. So I'll be right back with you. Go.
Well, I'm Melissa Mitchell.
Yes, you am.
I am. I work at Sport Clips at 116th and Oleo. I'm an assistant manager there. Everybody should come and see me. It's super awesome.
And she's just awesome to be around.
I am. Wonderful environment. I will also let you know about my husband, Ben Mitchell. He's got a small business, MTK Construction. You can find him on Twitter, Instagram. We do have a Facebook page. Basically, he's been in landscape and construction for like 20 years. So super professional, super amazing.
Knows what he's doing.
He really does.
Yeah.
He's been doing some really great work. You're missing out if you're not having him do your remodels.
Don't you be missing out.
You shouldn't miss out.
Yeah, it's just a choice to make you kind of crazy. All right, so I just shared that to my 2 pages. You go ahead and share it to your page if you want. First thing I want to do is I want to just always like to do just a couple minutes. What is tapping? Okay, tapping. The formal name for tapping is emotional freedom technique. Emotional freedom technique was developed by Gary Craig. He gave this to the world. The generic term is tapping. Basically, he said to the world, take this thing I've created, run with it, and, perfect it, make it better, make it yours.
Yeah.
Now, some of you know I've been on quite a journey. By the way, next month, there it is. I'm going to be 60. I'm so excited.
My birthday's next month, too.
I know. You're like 2 days before me, right?
I'm on the 22nd. Are you?
Oh, you're 2 days after me. Okay,
Okay.
I'm the 20th. I always get that confused because there's somebody, and then there's a lady who used to be my neighbor who has a birthday the same day. We ought to just have a big old Leo birthday party.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a thought.
that.
All right, and what tapping does, okay, I'm going to put it to you this way because a lot of people explain tapping as acupuncture without the needles, right? Okay, we tap meridian endpoints on the face and body while we're addressing negative emotions, negative stories, whatever. I'm going to show you guys an even easier way to start getting control about how you feel and what's going on today while we're talking about this parental stress and balance and all of that. And Melissa's like a foremost authority on this.
Yeah, I kind of am.
How many? Tell them how many you got.
I have 4.
She likes to start small.
Yeah.
Okay. I used to say when I moved out here to Fishers, because nobody had less than 3 children, I'd be like, man, what's in the water out here?
Honestly, 4 kids is like not a lot around here.
Yeah.
There's families with like 9.
Yeah.
A lot have 6, like a lot.
That's what I came from, was 9. Yeah. Okay. Which
Love
even goes
babies.
to a story I'm going to share with you guys here in a little bit. All right. So the tapping helps me when I'm in that moment of feeling anything other than joyful, happy, exuberant, whatever. We take those emotions, we tap meridian endpoints. The reason we tap the spots the spots that we tap, we say, are because I'm getting the biggest bang for my buck. Like I know like one spot. Like this is the stomach. Remember when we were doing the trip with Daddy? And we were going to Brown County. Yeah. If you're in Indiana, you know what that is. So we were going to Brown County. We had been in the car a lot that day because Colette was doing the scenic route and wasn't paying attention. We got a 10-year-old in the back seat that's like, every hour is an eternity. Right? To where she says, at the end of the day, when she says, how long are we going to be in the car? But at one point, because we were doing all the lake roads, it was like up and down and swervy curvy, and she's feeling nauseous. And she's giving her peppermint to smell, and I'm going, just tap right here. Just tap and breathe. Just tap and breathe. We never had an incident in the car, thank you. Okay, but still, it's okay. So this is amazing stuff because we get to actually acknowledge how we feel. Now, y'all have heard me talk this story again about your little person. You come here, you're perfect, you're awesome. Yes. Everything about you so amazing. I mean, even when you barf and poop, your people think you're awesome. Okay. Oh, look, they did a BM. Yeah. Right? Yay. Everything works. All right. And then you grab the coffee table, you pull yourself up, you start to walk around. What are you hearing? No, bad, wrong, stop. All those things, which I've explained to you in my mind, okay? Because I make this stuff up, so I may as well make it up to my advantage. What happens is we hear that, and at 2, we call it the terrible twos. What it really is that 2-year-old going, no! Yeah. Like, you don't get me! Yeah. I'm still awesome! Right? Now, I have to laugh because my niece, her great niece, it wasn't the terrible twos. They were like, oh, we bypassed the terrible two. No, it was 3. Yes. Okay, so eventually they're going to be fed up with your knowing. Yeah. All right? And I'm not talking about the KNOW kind. I'm talking about the NO kind. All right, so what we're doing when we're tapping is we're acknowledging how we feel. We are allowing ourselves to get that out of our body. Okay, now, when we are, and this is what I've been doing recently, just tapping in the moment, okay? So let's say you're going along and all of a sudden you realize you're just not feeling good, okay? You don't even have to know the emotion. You don't have to know where it came from. You just, whether you're in your car, go to the restroom, whatever, okay? You can tap right here, okay? You can just do the collarbone spot. It's about when I have a thought. Now, you guys have heard me do this before, and I'm just going to tell you the reason that you hear me repeat things so much. That's how we learn. Yeah. It's just repetition and practice. That's how you learned your times table. That's how you learn to do all the crappy stuff you're doing in your life that got you everything you don't want, okay? You practice somebody else's thoughts about who you are and how we create and all of those things, right?
I like how you said that.
Thank you. It's funny, I got to tell you, my live on Tuesday, if you didn't watch it, I was on fire, okay? It's a surrogate tap for your inner child. Go back, listen. Oh, man, Scott even came in the bedroom because I do it in the bedroom. He's out in the other room. He came back and he goes, whoa. Yeah. When you talk about that child was buried alive, the emotions of that child, he goes, goosebumps covered. I said, I'm on fire. That's right. Okay, so you want to go back and you want to listen to that, okay? Now, what's interesting is I had comments and questions from people that I know these are people I've worked one-on-one with. I know these are things I taught before. I don't sit there and go, well, they're an idiot. They didn't hear me the first time, right? Because I know that even myself, immersing myself in this stuff for 30 years, really the last 11, last 10, 9, 8, really the last week, okay? Because we're always learning, we're always growing, we're always expanding, okay? And to understand that this is a practiced way of thinking and being, okay? Absolutely. All right, so right up to where I'm going to tell you this whole thing about this huge awareness I had this morning. Okay, so one of the things I'm doing in just the moment when I don't feel really good about something is I'm just tapping like this, okay? I don't have to know the name or anything. Let it go, safe to let it go. I'm letting it go. It's safe for me to let this go. I choose to let it go. I'm letting it go. Okay? Or whatever spots you can remember, okay? But what I did in that moment, because when I'm thinking a thought that's not a happy thought, I now have chemicals come into the body that are actually creating the stress response. Now, this is my body and my mind working exactly like they're supposed to, and here's what's so cool about this. When you stop beating yourself up, okay? And you stop trying to figure out how to be worthy, how to be deserving, how to feel like enough, okay? Because this is the garbage, okay? In other words, you were born worthy.
Absolutely.
You were born deserving. It's really a vibrational pattern, habit. Let's even take out the word vibration, because some of you hear that and go, oh, she's woo-woo, I'm out of here, right? Okay? Don't do that. Stay. Because what happens is I now think in a practiced way, okay? And it's funny because I've said this for a long time, that me trying to figure out how I'm worthy and deserving is me like trying to figure out my femaleness. Okay, how many people walk around and go, well, I better figure out how and why I'm a female, okay? I mean, you know, or whatever you are. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you're everything. It doesn't matter. Stop trying to figure it out and just embrace what it is. Ooh, that was so good. Did you hear that?
I did.
Right. So, when we, so you're the feeler, okay? In other words, when you're feeling that, it feels different to you than it would to me. We can both look at the same thing. I think it's funny and you're horrified, okay? Right? That only comes from life experience. So when I got these chemicals going on, okay, when I know in that moment I'm not feeling really good, okay, by doing this, I interrupt that chemical response. Just that fast. Okay, don't worry about length of time. It's gonna be a practice. Listen. Okay, I was listening to Joe Dispenza this morning. I absolutely adore Joe Dispenza. Okay, if you don't know about him, go find him on YouTube. Go start listening. Okay, I think it's Dispenza. All right, he's some kind of neuro somethingologist. Okay, he's a neuroscientist. He's a brainiologist. Yes, he is. I told somebody last week they were a botanologist. Nice. Because I got that from a neighbor. It's a whole hilarious joke. We make up words at my house. My husband doesn't say exponential.
Oh, we do too.
Yeah, he says exponential.
Just me.
Yeah, just you. That's okay. The vocabulary you use, those kids could use more of.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, okay, I don't remember where I was. Okay, so
Dispenza.
Joe Dispenza. Okay, because what he does, and this is what is really, really amazing, okay? He explains all this from the standpoint of how your brain works.
I love it.
Stop making this woo-woo. It's not woo-woo. It's how your brain works. It's science, goofy. All right? So when I'm okay, so let me fast forward. So in the mornings, and I know some of you have heard me say this before, a lot of times, first of all, back up. In case you didn't know, this is July 2018. Tomorrow is a full moon lunar eclipse.
Ooh.
Okay? Now, why am I saying that? I'm saying that because a lot of people right now are really emotionally charged and going, why am I having so much trouble?
Right, it's okay.
Okay, it's okay. Breathe.
Yeah.
You're going to feel really different as soon as this breaks after tomorrow, okay? You just will, okay? And people who say the full moon doesn't affect people, go talk to an EMT.
It does. It's
Go
real.
talk to a policeman. Go talk to somebody who works in a retirement community, okay? Because they're going to tell you, no, it's a real thing. And it's actually
Is that why
when
my kids are extra?
Yes.
Is that what's going down?
Yeah, that's what's extra.
Okay.
Because, listen, I bet you never thought of it this way. You know, we're like mostly water.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're more space than everything, okay?
And the moon.
Right. The moon turns the tide.
Yeah.
Okay?
Controls
that
water.
pulls that water up.
Oh, wow.
It's an actual thing. Do you know where the word lunacy came from? Hello.
Oh, wow.
All right. When it pulls the water up, the gravitational pull pulls that water up, you have like water on the brain going on.
So people might feel foggy.
You might feel foggy. Something. You might feel absolutely out of control emotionally.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Okay? All right? Now, don't go sending me science notes and stuff, okay? I'm just giving you this in a way you can understand it. One of the things Joe Dispenza said this morning was he demystifies. That's what y'all have heard me talk about for a long time, is I love demystifying this and putting this in the hands of all of us so we can start feeling empowered and living lives, you know, that feel like they're a life of our making instead of we're just, you know, trying to, you know, miss shrapnel.
I'm telling you.
The shrapnel is somebody's nasty words of projections, right? Okay. All right. So when I'm feeling that, okay, maybe I'm driving to work and I'm feeling some angst and I don't know what it's even about. Just right here, do that. Just tap around saying, I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. I'm choosing to let this go. Safe to release and let it go. Any words like that, okay? And what you've done is just interrupt that response. Right up to me telling you, going back, you know I love popping around. Okay. I just heard Usher in my head saying pop, pop, popping. All right. So, Yeah, you all know. I know you love it when I start doing Usher. Usher. Okay, so everybody likes to watch a 60-year-old do Usher.
Absolutely.
All right, okay, so I wake up in the morning, okay, and a lot of mornings my stomach like will flip. I mean, it's just a nervous, anxious thing that happens right away, right? I've known this for a long time, but I've kind of been stuck in my own thing of, that happens and I go, oh no, what's wrong? And then I'm like, it's okay. You talk myself down, right? Okay. And then I go and I proceed with my day and stuff, but there's always this thing going on because I'm just like everybody else of like, well, what am I doing wrong? What am I not getting? Which means I'm lined up with more that's going to be wrong, more I'm not getting, right? Instead of saying, look, I can't ask the question without the solution being known. Okay, let's just assume that infinite wisdom, God, source, universe, whatever you want to call it. Now, I tell you guys, it does not care what you call it because God does not have an ego.
Right.
All right? Okay. So I get this feeling, I get this sense, now because I've tapped enough and I tap in the mirror, when I feel that feeling, when I'm in bed, I immediately start mentally tapping. Okay, so again, I stop that response. I'm taking my walk because today I got in 3 miles before I got here. Not my usual 4, but at least I got my butt out the door. I'm walking home. It's the last 10 minutes. I'm thinking about that waking up feeling, and all of a sudden it hits me. Oh my God, this is so joyful I may start crying. Okay, now some of you have heard me tell the story about when I was 3 and a half, my 2-year-old brother died. Okay. Guess how that went down? I get up from a nap. Where's Matt? Because he was like my baby. Okay?
Right. Yes.
He's gone. Right? Yeah. That was what, okay. I just absolutely covered up in goosebumps from my skull to my feet. Right now in this moment, it's like Matt is with me going, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay? In that moment when I went, oh my God, no wonder I get freaked out as soon as I wake up. I still got a terrified 3.5-year-old in here. I mean, this is like, oh my God, you guys, this is so big in me right now. This is absolutely life-changing.
Absolutely.
To have that connection. Now, did I have to tap away a lot of crud to be safe enough to have that awareness, to start to notice the feeling in the morning? Okay? Now, I've noticed it for some time, but I still felt disempowered. Ooh, why is that happening? Right? Okay. So, at some point, I may or may not get back to parenting. We'll see. All right. So, anyway, can you see that connection there?
Absolutely.
And then in that awareness, now I can feel those feelings of being there. Go, oh my gosh, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go from my body and mind. It's safe for me to let it go. And I'm like, now, I believe that stuff comes through. I believe that when we're thinking of them, they're thinking of us.
Absolutely.
All right? Okay, so remember, it's repetition and practice. If you don't do any other takeaway from today's show, I want you to have 2 takeaways. One is go back and watch Tuesday's Live. It was really cool, okay? I was on fire. It was surrogate tapping. And what we actually did was we that may have been what created my opening.
There you go.
Duh. I'm so brilliant, I don't get my own stuff. All right. So, in doing that surrogate tap for my own little child, I allowed the safety and the security for that information to come up. Oh, my God. Are you feeling this?
Yes,
girl. So joyful. I'm about to pop out of my chair. I'm telling you what. And you guys know, I've told you this before, I could sit here till the end of time and just teach and teach and teach this stuff. Because let me tell you, the big shift in me is when we get out of trying to figure out how to deserve it, how to earn it, how to work hard enough for it, how to any of that, okay? And understand I am worthy and deserving in everything that I have in my life, okay? I practiced my way too. I'm 100% responsible for my life experience. Now, I understand that's tricky in the beginning because you got a Nimrod showing up who's pushing your button and it's that's about them, not me.
Right.
But I called him in, okay? I called him in. Now, Joe Dispenza, and Joe... Second takeaway. Oh, see how he keeps me on path? Okay, the second takeaway.
Thank God you're here, Scott. I'm just riding the wave. Okay?
You know what's funny about this? Before I came in today, I thought, I'm going to have to tell Melissa it's her job to keep me on point. Now my husband's over there hollering at me.
And she didn't tell
me. And I didn't tell her. This is so good. Okay, so first takeaway, go watch that live. Start tapping with that inner child. Help him or her, or if you're bisexual or transgender or whatever, them. Okay?
I have a we. I understand.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care who he is, all right? He is who he is, and you're perfect, all right? Go watch that. And then the other thing is, I want you to start right now, today, when you find yourself having that feeling. You don't even need words for it. You don't know what it's attached to. Don't worry about it. Just that awareness of how you're feeling. Focus in on that feeling for just a second. Okay, just a couple seconds. Yep, there it is, all right? I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. Safe to let it go. Safe to let it go. I'm choosing to let it go. Release and let it go. Releasing and letting it go. You can do some spots, 4 of them, 5 of them, okay? And what you're doing is you are creating an awareness about your awareness.
Ooh,
you're going to start being aware about you and what you're thinking, okay? All right? This is so good, I'm telling you what. And even in doing that, I just know I'm sweating bullets. Because when this stuff gets big enough, man, we're all in here sweating.
We're all on fire.
We're all on fire. All right, so you really want to catch it in the moment.
Yes.
Okay? The more you do that. Now, I'm not going to go into a whole thing about meditation and all of that stuff. We'll do that another time. But I'm going to tell you, August, we're going to be here talking about it's the feeling, okay? Because one of the things that I teach, and I've made my own thing and put it on pages, and the only how that is your job is how do I want to feel?
Yeah.
That's the only how. It's not your job to figure out anything else. The intelligence that creates worlds, okay, whatever that is for you, okay, then you'll start seeing people, circumstances, and events that are a match, as Joe Dispenza calls it, to the new you that you are, because he says thinking, feeling, and acting is your personality.
Yeah.
And your personality creates reality, right?
Yeah.
So when I start catching me in that, and I start thinking a different way, which means I eventually start feeling a different way, which means now I'm putting out happy, good, positive, whatever it is.
Absolutely.
The acting will come from an impulse, okay? Right place, right time, and now I got the job I always wanted.
Right.
You know, or the amazing partner I always wanted, or whatever it is, okay? But this is science. This is body, brain science. Listen, I got 6 pages of notes here. We are not doing that, right? Okay. So the other thing I heard that was really amazing is the memory without a charge is wisdom. Oh, did you hear him? You'd think I had 100 people in here.
Man.
Hello, bada bing. All right,
Wow.
so my husband's like a mafia wannabe, so we bada bing and all of those things. All right, so
we talking accents at my house sometimes.
That's so good. Let me tell you another memory.
Ridiculous.
Okay, here I'm thinking, because I pretty much sometimes don't think very nice things about myself, like the rest of you, right? So I know that a lot of people, or I should say, I feel like a lot of people think I'm a BII. Okay, all right, okay. We're going to say that because even though this is like web stuff and I can curse and F-bomb and whatever, I'm not going to.
All right, I didn't know that, but I won't either.
Yeah, so. We're not going to do that. But what I realized was we all grew up, each of us had like 10 nicknames. Okay, now some of you are not old enough to remember this. There was a soap opera called Dark Shadows. Did you ever know about it? You're too young, aren't you? Okay, it was a vampire soap opera.
It sounds great, though.
It was awesome.
I love
They did this
vampires.
in this big haunted castle.
Ooh.
It was a daytime soap opera.
Yeah.
The witch was Cassandra Collins.
Okay.
I all of a sudden, because I'm bringing up so much stuff of this stuff, you guys, and I'm doing I'm like, oh, okay, I don't even know what it is, but something is off. I don't feel good. I'm letting it go, letting it go, letting it go, letting it go. I have an older brother who always called me a witch.
Yeah.
Okay, now that used to be the nice word for BII, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was Cassandra Collins. I was, every witch. Now, that's probably why I loved Bewitched.
Yeah.
I mean, we all did, because
Yes.
when we like to twitch our nose, and that girl didn't have it. We would have like closets of cash.
I'm
wouldn't
telling.
we?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would. On a beach.
All kinds of cool on a beach
With margaritas.
With margaritas.
And a masseuse.
Okay, but she hasn't really thought about this.
At all.
Really? Okay. But the magic of that is when you can start tapping out those reasons why you think that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
That's the tapping magic. Okay, so I got to tell you. Here I am talking to I'm going to tell you a couple things that happened lately. One was I tapped with somebody, and one of the things I've been teaching you guys lately is rant tapping, okay? When you don't really know what's going on, but you got a lot of anger, you got a lot of angst, you got a lot of whatever, okay, you know.
I do.
Rant tapping is like standing under a waterfall and being purified, okay? You get to F-bomb, you get to throw them under the bus, you get to talk about what nasty things they did, you get to, everything you feel and think about that, you get to feel and think while you're tapping, okay? I had a lady show up the other day when we had class at my house, and she said, well, you know, I'm a little confused because the anxiety's getting higher. Okay, first of all, if the anxiety's getting higher, you're actually still on point. You're still on target, okay? What you really want to do when you're doing the tapping is you want to get your emotional self as high as you can, okay? So how many people will say to me, I'm a 7. Now what I say is, can you get to a 12? Okay? I really want you there because the more you're feeling about it, the faster we're going to knock it out when we tap, okay? So brilliant for her. New friend of mine, Barb, she's probably watching. This girl is so ripe and ready for, for learning and the awareness. Her whole life story has been, you know, all this stuff that has led her right up to this perfect time of it's time for her to get it. She's understanding, she's hearing everything else. And so in asking that question, I was able to clarify and say, no, you want to get that anxiety as high as you can, because what happens is a lot of people start tapping, the anxiety goes up, they go, oh, it's not working.
I'm getting more upset.
That's not the way it works. That anxiety getting higher, you stay with it, it will drop. And oh, when she said, I could just feel something let go. And I'm like, yes, okay? You got to be there for you. You got to stay there long enough with the tapping to let your brain and body communicate and go, oh, it's not happening now, okay? I'm in that response, and stop that thing that goes on, okay? So when you're feeling that emotion more, that's really the time for you to start learning it's time to have your back, okay? Because basically, if you were in an environment, and a lot of us were, okay, where it didn't feel like somebody had your back, you weren't safe, you weren't protected, well, don't you end up feeling like, well, maybe you made a decision, I'm going to start having my own back, and you sucked at it, okay? And maybe now you're still faulting and blaming yourself. I'm telling you, it's just crazy good the way we do this stuff, all right? But again, when you start remembering, the more you learn about how your brain works, I'm telling you what, the more you get to let go of all the nonsense we've been taught, you start to get to use this tool in the way it was meant to be used, okay? And you get to start creating that life experience that you really do want, okay? And you've heard people say, you know, if you want to do the, if you want to be the wealthy coach, you know, you live it, you feel it, you whatever. And I've been doing that for some time. Now, just so you know, I'm going to tell you there's a reason I don't have the word coach in my stuff, okay? I am a coach, all right? I'm teacher, I'm coach, I'm facilitator, I'm practicer, I'm human, I'm all of that, all right? I don't use it because I think it gets a little overused, okay? I think that, like some other stuff that gets overused, sometimes it doesn't get the best name. All right? Okay? So that's just not, I'm a teacher, okay? You can call that a coach. I mean, isn't a coach and a teacher the same thing? You see what I'm saying? But more people are using that other vernacular, and it's okay. All right? It's just, for me, I prefer to be, you know, known as teacher, because the stuff that I know and understand is stuff that I share, right? Isn't that what a teacher does? A teacher says, here's what I know, here's what works, here's what I understand. Yes. Let me show you how to do this, okay? Because people who really understand this like I do, you don't get into petty competitive stuff about, oh, they're doing this and I'm missing my stuff, or there's some things I've learned here lately about some backbiting and some stuff that's been going on that I go, whew, because of the way I think and feel, I didn't even know any of that was going on. Okay? And hallelujah, okay? Because otherwise I'd be focused on that. Now I'm letting them drag me into how I'm thinking and all those other kind of things. So I really am going to get to a tapping sequence, even though we're almost out of time. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about, even though I can't relax because. So as the parent, okay, because you guys are working, you got kids, you're trying to, some of you are still going to school, you got all these things going on. So what I want you to think about, whether you have children or not, okay, don't matter, because you can plug this in no matter what, all right? And I want you,
feeling.
It's about the feeling, right? So there's going to be places where you can't relax, okay? All right, so if you can give me the first thing that pops up, I can't relax because Is it the house is a mess? Is it, everything's not...
That's a good one because that's my little rage point. I don't I don't like walking in.
Yeah.
And then needing to clean up after people to be able to
my husband doesn't know that about me. Okay, just kidding. He's going to say his famous line, how'd this become about me? I'm like, well, it's always about you.
That's right.
All right, so let's rate that. One. I can't relax because everything's not neat and tidy. How do we want to say it? Everything's not neat and tidy. I can't relax because the house is a mess.
They created a catastrophe in my house.
Okay, we'll start small. Okay, so go ahead and rate that. I can't relax because...
We'll just go with a 10. With that one, we'll just...
Apparently so.
12.
I would say we're like a 15. Here, I've never had control of my house since these people have been around. Okay? All right, now, like, whose decision was that to have
right?
these people?
Apparently
she knows I always say that to her. Yeah, I'm like, well, so, like, did anybody else get to vote?
Technically, we all agreed before we came, but whatever.
Oh, how convenient.
Yeah. Ben would say, so it's never your fault.
Soul contract.
Dotted line here,
Could you do this all day? I'm telling you. And let me tell you the other thing is, because you guys are going to go, dang, her energy's been even crazier. Now that I'm doing this really quick release tapping of in the moment, it's like letting go of all the crap that weighs you down. And I'm telling you what, I've been so happy and freaking joyful. I can't wait to see who I am in 25 more days. And then I turn 60.
Maybe?
Yes. All right. Okay. So here we go. Got your rating? Even though I can't relax because they've made my house a catastrophe.
Even though I can't relax because they made my house a catastrophe.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
And even though I can't accept myself.
And even though I can't accept myself.
Because they made my life a catastrophe.
Because they made my life.
Okay, I changed it, but I guess I was something going on in me. And even though I can't relax.
And even though I can't relax.
Because they done toe up my house.
They done toe up my house.
I deeply and profoundly.
Love
and honor myself.
Love and honor myself.
Even though I have to come in the door. Rage at everybody. So that you have the place looking decent. When I come home from working hard. Don't they know I work hard? Yeah, probably all you parents need a little rant tap out there.
You.
All right. And I deeply and completely.
Love
and honor myself. And how I'm feeling about this. And these little people, I can't believe are mine.
All
right, let's go to the eyebrow. Ready? It's right where the bridge of the nose and the eyebrow come together. I always have to figure out how to do this. Right there. I just can't relax because of the mess.
Side
of the eye. I would so love to come home from work.
And
not have to deal with another mess. Under the eye. This catastrophe that they've created in the house.
Under
the nose. It just doesn't allow me to relax. Chin. And I really need to relax after a long day at work. Collarbone. I just can't relax because of this mess. Under the arm. All this mess and it messes up my relaxing.
Top
of the head. This mess messes up my relaxing. Eyebrow. I can't believe they don't understand. Side of the eye. Yes, I can. Under the eye. But I still don't want the mess. Under the nose. I wonder if there's a better way to do this. Chin. Taking care of me and how I feel. Collarbone. That might help me relax a little bit. Under the arm. Self-care for me. Top of the head. Doesn't only come after the house is perfect. Eyebrow. What if I decide? Side of the eye. I'm going to find a better way to get all this done. Under the eye. What if I even do more than that? Under the nose and decide I can relax without it all done. Chin. Okay, let me ask you something. Are you feeling a feeling in you about all of this? Were you when we started? When you're 12?
Because
yeah, remember you were a 12, 15? Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
Yeah, you were the catastrophe. See, this is how the tapping works. Now I'm trying to get her to rate and go back, and she's like, "Well, I don't feel like that anymore."
Well, no,
right?
but I'm trying to. Well, the feeling is like I'm not important enough for you to do things.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yuck. All right. I really meant you feel that in your body, and you just feel it.
Oh,
you don't have to name it.
Oh, yeah, it's always here.
She's always right there.
Always
Okay.
right
All right.
there.
So let's go right here. Okay. I want you to just focus in on that feeling. Ready? And just say, I'm letting it go.
I'm letting it go.
Side of the eye. I'm letting that feeling go.
I'm letting that feeling go.
Under the eye. I'm so much more than this feeling.
I'm so much more than this feeling.
Under the nose. Allowing myself to let that go.
Allowing myself to let that go.
Chin. I might breathe deeper.
I might breathe deeper.
Collarbone. When I don't have this shock going on in my solar plexus.
When I don't have this shock going on in my solar plexus.
Under the arm. This anger about they don't care enough about me.
This anger about they don't care enough about me.
And the money and stuff I provide.
And the money and stuff I provide.
Eyebrow. Besides, I trained y'all better than this.
Besides, I trained y'all better than this.
Side of the eye. Letting it go.
Letting it go.
Under the eye. That feeling in my solar plexus.
That feeling in my solar
Under the nose.
plexus.
I'm letting it go.
I'm letting it go.
Chin. I'm choosing to let it go.
I'm choosing to let it go.
Collarbone. Releasing and letting it go.
Releasing and letting
Okay,
it go.
I just saw like the Pac-Man go.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, under the arm.
it.
Releasing and letting it go.
Releasing and letting it go.
Top of the head. I may have to do this 1,000 more times.
I may have to do this 1,000 more times.
Take a nice breath. All righty.
That's good stuff.
Better?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Always.
Because the fact of the matter is, yes, you're probably going to have to do it a bunch of times, okay? Just like I know when I wake up in the morning and I get that little hit, now I'm empowered because I'm like, well, now I know where that came from.
Yes.
I know what it's about. Release and let go, release and let go. I'm letting it go, 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 go. All right. Now, what happens is from the tapping, because you just allowed blood back into the prefrontal cortex, is that's how we get ideas. You might be able to go, you know, combine something with... You know, is there something they want that you can put with, if I come home and this is done,
Right.
Here will be
Some incentives.
what we'll do. Yeah. I was
Everybody.
hearing the word reward and I thought I don't want to say it that way. Incentive.
Yeah.
Good. Incentive to take care of it.
Yes.
Incentive to add
Teamwork.
to the whole.
Yes.
Yeah. Of how we
Yeah.
all get to have more fun and peace and
Yes.
ease. Because don't you have an awesome day lined up?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going out playing today and all stuff because school starts in a few days.
It sure does.
Yes.
Last summer, hurrah.
Woohoo! All right, and we were going to get together. Now I got something else. And I'm like, dang, your day sounded really fun. All right. So, what I want to remind you is, thanks to our sponsors, if you can throw business their way, then do it. Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies. They're my sponsor. They're the reason I can be here. Jim Wofford, who does all of this stuff, they just were out at the fair and came back and had to reset everything in here. So it's
He
just
was
been
finishing
amazing.
up when I came in.
Yeah,
so
finishing up when you
wonderful.
came in. I also, as always, I want to thank you for being here. I love your dedication
thank
and
you
your
for having
devotion. I love being around you. You know,
me
I did.
too.
She's like my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I, y'all know I didn't have kids. I just adopt people
That's right.
wherever I go. So if I can help you, okay, if I can help you shift this or whatever, let me know. I do one-on-one. I do this in group, okay? But I got stuff all down my timeline.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Go to my Tapngrl Tapping Into You page. Invite 4 or 5 of your friends there. You just tap on community. It'll let you invite. You know, one of the things I love, I don't know if I've said this recently, but when you're on Facebook, at the top of the page, look at that. When you go to post, it'll say tap to change.
Ooh, I have seen that.
Even Facebook gets it.
I like
Even
that.
though yesterday I got blocked.
Really?
Yes, they are not letting me do responses to people, comments, because when I went to share I was sharing something and to groups, and then it came up like I'm spam. I'm like, seriously, I'm getting 5 requests a day from non-real people.
Right.
And you're blocking me from sharing my wisdom with other people. You need to
You need to tap that out,
You
Colette.
let it go, let it go, let it go. See? The song. Let it go,
Yeah.
let it go.
Oh,
Everybody
girl,
loved
I love
that
it.
song. But
I
now you
really
get to
do.
do it with tapping. You caught
Yes.
yourself in that emotional. Move it, you move it, you
Yes.
switch it, change it. All right. I want to tell you a couple more things. July 31st, Chipotle in Broad Ripple. For those of you who know where Broad Ripple is. From 4 to 8, there will be a fundraiser for a lady. It's Sharon's Web Autism. foundation. She does this whole thing called Saved by Typing. It's so amazing. I've met her children. They're 18 and 20 and how they do the typing to communicate. And it was just amazing, okay?
Nice.
She and I will probably be there like 6 to 8 because she's calling it Dine, Tap, and Type.
Nice.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
So I'll be there talking to people about the tapping because I really want to get this in the hands of parents. As you know, when you as a parent can take care of that for you, right? Okay.
Yes.
Then
Trickle
you're more
down effect.
patient with your kids. You're more
Absolutely.
effective. Okay. Because when you're screaming,
they're not listening. It's not good for anybody.
right. It's not good for anybody. August 4th, I'll be at Whole Holistic Soul Center, again in Broad Ripple from 1 to 3. That's a Saturday to teach the tapping. August 5th, I will be doing another class at my house. If you want to be in on that, you need to send me a message. I'm in Fishers, Indiana. I'll tell you how to get there and all of that stuff, okay? I think that covers me. Tell them about you again.
Sport Clips, 116th and Oleo. Come see me. MTK Construction.
Yeah, go be pampered.
Check it out.
You know what I was thinking the other day? Well, it's probably too gross to share, but I thought, why couldn't I go in and have a hot towel thing?
You can.
Yeah. Okay.
Seriously, you can't. $7.
I was thinking more about like postmenopausal and the things it does to your face, and I thought, well, I could use some help there.
Come on in.
Even though I'm awesome and amazing.
That's right, always.
Right? Always. And that's even a fun thing. You guys even know I love tapping that in. I'm awesome and amazing, awesome and amazing, awesome and And Jim's probably going to cut off the feed here any second because he knows I can't stay at 30 minutes. Anyway, this week's been off the chain crazy good. Let me know if I can help you. Until we see you next time.
Tap it out, angels.
Keep tapping into you. Love you. See you. Bye.